Hi, we are a team of ad analysis for our English final project. And well, the members of the team are Julia Villalon, Isabela Cruz, Jose Ángel Amaro, Milton González, and Diego Alemán.
Well, the ad that we will be analyzing today is the one that's called the Force Volkswagen commercial. So here it is.
Well, as an introduction, uh, I will explain what is about the ad. And well, the advertisement features a young boy played by Max Page in a full Darth Vader costume, attempting to use the Force to start a washing machine, then a clothes dryer, then to wake the dog, and finally to move a doll. After he is unsuccessful in those attempts, he's amazed to discover that he can start the car, though his father actually does it using a remote control. Well, now the kid is finally feels powerful and ready to conquer the galaxy. So next slide, please. The technical data. Well, the date of the release of the ad was released first on YouTube 5 days before the Super Bowl of 2011, and it makes his TV debut on February 6th of that same year through the Super Bowl game. The place it was published on YouTube and produced by War Pictures in USA. The director was Lance Accord and the agency Dodge, and the brand is Volkswagen. So next slide, please.
Okay, so the question number one is, to whom is the ad addressed? Like we see, the whole ad is about like appeals to the people that have seen or watched the Star Wars franchise. It's taking into account that it's a very popular series, so it is like attracting that those kind of people that like Star Wars, and especially the villain, who is the principal uh, the principal character there, which is Darth Vader. And yeah, it's we will see them in other slides, but basically it appeals to the childhood of the people that watched Star Wars. Next, please. The second question is, what is the message of the ad? Um, yeah, the message of the ad is that you can control the power. In this case, the Force is the like a Star Wars reference. Is the it promise it gives the message that by owning the car, the Passat of the in 2012, you can have power, or is the car that you can control to what you desire, or you can do anything you want with that car. That's like the central message of the whole ad. Next, please.
Okay, so the third question is, what is the promise of the product? And well, the product that is the car from Volkswagen, it promises like this perfect car for a family that appears to be a comfortable car, and that it satisfies the needs for people who are parents. And in this ad, they show the car as like a modern car, but it appears to be like with a simple style, and this shows that it's perfect for a family. And well, as Julia already mentioned, they use Star Wars to like reference the movie, and they use the Volkswagen has like the force to be controlled by its buyer. So it's like the promise they give for uh, the buyers. Next question. Okay, so the fourth question is, what is the desire implied on the consumer? Well, the desire implied on the consumers is that the product, which is the car from Volkswagen, it will make like the life of a parent easier. This is because in the commercial they suggest or they show that the car satisfies the child, which is versus Darth Vader, and it is of his liking because with the car he can use like the force, and this will make people with children want to buy this car because it shows like it really satisfies like a family. And in the ad they, like already mentioned, they use reference to Star Wars because it also helps to spark like a memory from the childhood of people who watched Star Wars when they were kids, and now that they are the adults and they have families. Next slide.
Well, the question number 5 is, how does the ad use the following elements to enhance its message? The first element that we're going to talk about is the characters. Well, the character is a young boy who tries to be, as the movie character, Darth Vader. The kid represents the innocence and the courage, and he helps to the message in the way that the people rather identify with him or have empathy for a kid that they don't know. And then at the final of the advertisement, he represents the power because now he can move the things that he found his powers in the car. Additionally, the kid can influence their parents into putting the product, another type of power, who has the purchasing power that their children lack. The kids are going to try to have superpowers so they can influence their parents to buy this car. And well, the next element is the scene. And as we mentioned before, the scene is a young boy trying to move certain things with the power of the force. This ad had everything in just a minute and 4 seconds. At the first place, I have to mention the strong popularity of Star Wars. That is something that at the time both kids and adults could understand. Then we have the childhood nostalgia for those who grew up watching the Star Wars movies and for the situation of the kid trying to be happy with his powers. After that, we have the touchy moments between a father and a son, since the father is the one who unleashes the power of Darth Vader that makes his boy happy. Finally, the humor and innocence thanks to a 6-year-old dressed as a famous movie villain and a narrative arc that went from a conflict to a resolution. It's amazing how this ad involves all these elements in just 1 minute. And for the other hand, the scenario is a typical familiar house. This house allows the spectator to connect with the family of the ad. in the way that are situations that can happen to anyone. So in that sense, we can feel connected with that. Also, it brings a familiar tone to that since the appearance of the mother, father, and all the things are in the place that they belong. So it's a typical familiar situation that everyone can experience. So next slide, please.
Okay.
Okay.
So now, what's next is question 5. Well, it's still part of it. Now we are going to go with the music. So if you notice in here, not only the topic and the costume of Darth Vader and this theme of Star Wars is present visually, but also like you can listen to it because the music, it is the Imperial March specifically. So this is a very known. This is, I think, it is the most known song of Star Wars. So for example, whenever you are watching a horror movie or something, what's most like terrifying are actually the sounds of it. So this is vital for the ad because it actually enhances the viewer's attention because of this. Because you listen to the track, right, and you immediately relate it to the movie to all of this topic, and at the end you get a kind of a plot twist because you see that it's not the movie that is being promoted, is a car. So yeah, I think this is a very good aspect of the ad because it actually attracts the attention of people and not only adults, also like children in general and people who likes the movie. So I think it's a very interesting aspect of this, the music, and it's very vital. Now, what happens in the ad? We see all along that the kid is struggling to use the force. Why? Because he's a kid. He or she, well, we really don't know the gender. But in here, we can see that he or she is trying to use his or her creativity. And it is not until the father creates the illusion of the force with the car, like specifically with the key. So the kid is trying all along to use the force because he or she saw the movie, so pretends that, well, he pretends that can manipulate things with his force, but it's actually not true. It's all very realistic, right? And well, yeah, basically that's the point of this, that these are the things that happen. He is struggling, and at the end he in his mind thinks he could do it just because the father created the illusion. So these were the events that happened. And now for last one is the artificial effects. In fact, in this ad, is even though you can think that the child is thinking in another reality or something because he is using the force, it actually is all very realistic, because there are actually no visual effects. You just see the kid trying to use his imagination, and nothing's happening, right? Everything sticks to reality, and well, the illusion is created when he thinks he finally could use the force, but well, yeah, there were there were no visual effects. There were no visual effects, and I think didn't need, they didn't they weren't needed. So yeah, I think that without them it was very okay. So let's go with the next one. Okay. Now is the question number 6. Are there any stereotypes used to promote the product? If you see, there are actually none. We could say that kids can bring their creativity and fun to another level with the magic of the car, as an example of this. But it's not really a stereotype because it's not what, for example, it's not like a woman, like, for example, a dress that must be dressed by a woman or wore by a woman. So yeah, I think there are non stereotypes, but we could say this like it's the fact that with the car you can like kids or children in general can bring their creativity beyond from what they can. But yeah, I mean there are no stereotypes at all, and well, this could be considered as so as the most likely to it. So yeah, but apart from this, side apart from this, it actually it promotes the product effectively, you know, because it creates this illusion, even though it's not realistic or real. So yeah, let's go with the next one.
Um, yeah, so the next question would be question 8 is how does the ad use the three rhetorical modes of sorry, of persuasion? And well, what could be observed is that primarily the advertisement uses the pathos mode of persuasion, connecting the audience by making them feel nostalgia, frustration, and then a final sense of completion. First of all, one could argue that logos is used also as a mode of persuasion at the very end, where the key is shown to be the way that the kid believes he's using the force, because the key is a new feature of the car, that you can open the car far away. Uh, Apart from that, the pathos is the one that predomina, is the one that is more present in the advertisement. First, because you can see, I mean, the audience connects with the feeling of nostalgia, right? They can show up in a Darth Vader costume, and well, it is used, I conjecture, because I mean, you can use like a good character to, I don't know, try to give like a good image of the product, but the people who designed the advertisement, I believe that they recognized that it didn't matter that Darth Vader was like in the movies evil. I mean, it's just a very memorable character, and it's actually not distinctively evil. I mean, it's not like uh, I mean, it would be counterproductive for the advertisement, for the kid to be dressed up as Darth Maul or something like that. That at first glance it just creates a distance between the product and the audience. Aside from that, it creates nostalgia because the target audience is the people that have seen Star Wars when they were kids. So it already makes a connection with the memory that they had and how they would they would use their imagination. And this is also a key feature of the target generation, because I don't know, it is commonly said that the younger generations nowadays lack the use of imagination, or does not, or do not use it as well as previous generations because of the emergence of digital devices. But yeah, it connects with their memories of imagination, of nostalgia, and with the impact that the movie had on them. And well, after that, they create a sense of frustration, because I mean, the audience does not only see a kid who is trying to use the force and can't do it. They can imagine themselves being, I mean, trying to use the force. I mean, playing as kids, and well, they cannot do it at all. And maybe it is not the same level of frustration, but again, it would be something more favorable, right? And then there is the final feeling of sense of completion, where the audience sees. I mean, it could be interpreted as the audience seeing their wishes as kids being fulfilled, and that connection is associated with the with the causal factor that is the car that is being advertised, and so the audience has connected the sense of completion, or yeah, I mean, a sense of completion, something that feels good, with the card, the promoted product. And so that is how the pathos mode of persuasion is used in the advertisement. Yeah. So yeah, this was the conclusion of our presentation. It was shown how several factors and yeah, and aspects of the advertisement were used to promote a product. And well, we hope you liked it, and thanks for your attention.
Thank you. See you.
See ya.